Alright, here we go. Holy Fire Dclone. Alright, wasn't the cleanest or the fastest of my kills, but did just fine. So this is Native Holy Fire, Max Holy Fire, and the 3 Holy Fire synergies, Blessed Aim, Resist Fire, and Salvation. Then we're going to put a point in charge to hide from the Bale Novas, point in Joust to move around a little bit and get out of jams and stuff like that. And then the rest in Zeal for more attack rating and physical damage versus Dclone and the minions. So, Holy Fire on the left click. Use a combo of Zeal, Joust, and Charge on the right click, mostly Zeal. For the gear, IAS Crushing Blow slammed Ghost Flame. So Ghost Flame gives fire skill damage, and it's F, flat fire damage, And decent attack frames. Pretty good. The daggers have that Deadly Strike mod as well. Also quite nice. And the IS Crushing Blow Slam might seem a bit weird, but you need 125 IS to reach the top attack speed. We have 45 on the rest of our gear, so 80 on the weapon puts you at that 125. The only way to get that is IES or IES Crushing Blow. Obviously, having some Crushing Blow to go with it is pretty good, especially since that's the only source of Crushing Blow we have. Just makes the start of the fight go a little faster, which is nice. And then we got a couple fire facets in there for more damage. For the helm, Kira's. So this one's max life slammed with 2 jaws. If you wanted more damage, you could go with 1 skill slammed and fire facets. Really variety of useful slams. Attack rating. PDR is fine, although you really don't need the PDR. I think the life's better. But so we got this one, but you could use, if you're comfortable with the amount of life you have, you could use a more offensive slam / socket, but it's what we got. For the amulet Cat's Eye, it's giving us 20 IS, which we need to hit that 125. And then everything else on it's pretty good for you. 25 dex is 75 life. You're going to get all of that dex. And then faster run walk's nice. Defense versus missile are not amazing, but they're okay. For the shield, Phoenix. Main thing we're looking for here is the -28 fire res. But there's some other good stuff on here for us. So first of all, you want to make it in a 30 all res Sacred Targe, because Sacred Targe has the highest block chance of all the elite shields. And 30 res is the highest you can get, so that's going to give you the most life and res. The max light and max fire res on it don't roll. 75 life doesn't roll. Again, the main thing is -28 enemy fire resistance. So that's why we're using it. The enhanced damage, the redemption aura, and the defense versus missile aren't that important. So if you wanted to buy a poorly rolled one for maybe less than what it would cost to roll one yourself, as long as it's in a 30 res Sacred Targe, you're fine. Obviously, more enhanced damage is good if you can get it, but it's not make or break. You're mostly doing fire damage, not physical damage, so the enhanced damage isn't that big of a deal. Also, if you wanted to make it in a instead of an all res base and enhanced damage attack rating base, as long as your reses are good. One thing this build actually does struggle with is attack rating. So if you're able to get like a 121 attack rating Sacred Targe, and I think like as long as you have perfect other stuff, which ain't that easy to find, but you can, your reses will be good to go. So you could go that route as well, but I don't think it's necessary. For the boots, we're using IK boots. So main thing we like here is life and attack rating. And then the 40 faster run walk is nice as well. And then the 2-piece IK is giving us more attack rating. So really it's like these boots are like 190 attack rating. They're slam PDR, which you don't need. Between the Verdungos in our belt and the Chains of Honor, that's 20. You don't need more than 20. 20 is fine. I'd prefer attack rating slam here, but we got what we got. Can't bother slamming everything perfectly for pluggy test. The rings, we've got a attack rating Wisp and a PDR BK. Again, I would prefer attack rating slam over PDR, but I just never got one, so threw this one on. One of the Wisps for that Horror Wolverine and the other one for life. And the skills are scaling your damage. For the belt, I have an attack rating slammed Verdungos. So this is your main source of PDR. Around 20 is good, so Chains and Verdungos puts you around 20. Like 14 or 15. I've killed many Dclones in my day with just between 18 and 22 PDR on a variety of characters. It's fine. You don't need to like have 50 PDR like some people do. Yeah, and we got attack rating slam. And then the gloves, we have IK gauntlets. I didn't even slam them. So the 2-piece gives you 25 IS, which is what you need for the 125. If we were able to get attack rating slam, if we were able to get IS slam here and IS slam here, we could swap this for a Rising Sun. We lose 75 life plus whatever this gives you. We'd lose like 90 life and the run walk, but we'd gain a lot of damage and pierce, so might be worth it. But yeah, that requires IS slam IK gloves and IS slam Verdungos. So I would say the best setup would be IS Crushing Blow, Ghost Flame, Chains of Honor, Kira's like this, or the other one I have. Where is it? Here maybe? Yeah. This one. One all skill with 2 facets. Like, my damage goes up by 1k, but my life goes down by 3k, or 300, so it's just a trade-off you want to make. A 1 skill slammed Rising Sun, Phoenix, attack rating IK boots, attack rating Wisp, attack rating BK, IS. That would be the ideal setup. Swap is CTA and a 3 to Holy Shield base. It's important to get that 3 to Holy Shield base because it saves you a couple skill points that you can throw in Zeal for more attack rating. And then a Haas. 2-2 Haas. Again, 3-2 would be ideal, but I didn't bother slamming one. Inventory, Torch, this 4% life large charm. So we've got these 3 20/20s here. You don't need the max damage. The majority of our damage is not physical, it's fire damage, which the max damage part isn't doing anything for. And we have nothing really scaling that max damage, like we're not running Fanat or Might or anything. So if you can just buy attack rating life small charms, you can usually get more attack rating on them. You can get like up to 36 as it says, and save a bunch of money. Like if you bought a set of 25 attack rating, 20 life small charms, it would save you double digit high runes versus buying a set of 3 20/20s. An Annihilus, 2 skills is going to give you the most DPS, but whatever you need. If you need res, get res. If you need more life, get more life. And then the charms are offensive auras, skillers. Yep. So, if I take one off, my damage goes down significantly. If I take this off, it goes down less. Generally, these are going to outperform the 4%, especially considering you also get this attack rating that you really need. So yeah, that's the build. It's not like crazy expensive. First of all, these charms are like free basically because no one plays offensive auras. Obviously, I have a good Torsion Annie here, and these obviously are very expensive, but the just AR life ones are not so expensive. This charm's expensive. And then you've got these rune words, which they cost what they cost, but like nothing really important rolls on any of them, considering we have just way more res than we need. So yeah. Kira's. I bought a -15 fire, 45 all res, 6 max life slam Kira's last ladder for an ist. Puzzle boxed it, stuck 2 jaws in it. It wasn't perfect defense, light or cold, but the 2 rolls we care about plus the slam were perfect. Yeah, I mean, this is very cheap. If you went with the Rising Sun, it would be much more, but yeah. And then, you know, it's like Phoenix, Vex, low job, but you don't have to like keep re-rolling it to get a perfect roll. Just take whatever you get. Same with Chains of Honor, considering we've got all this extra res. Keep in mind this Annie is low res. IS Crushing Blow Slam Ghost Flame is not expensive. It's not a weapon people are using very much. Attack rating slammed IK boots aren't really expensive. Attack rating Wisp and BK, sure, but you know they're not crazy. IS slammed IK gloves are not going to be expensive, and IS for Dungos is going to be. It's going to cost you some coin, but not too much. So, and obviously CTA and Haas are what they are. So, no, it's not crazy expensive build, and I think it performs pretty well. I was doing like 3-minute runs with the ideal setup. Well, a closer approximation of the ideal setup. I feel like that last run was a bit sloppy. So, yeah. Messed around a little bit with this armor, trying to use a 3-piece IK, but unless you got like a 3-socketed one with a bunch of minus requirement res jewels, I feel like it wasn't worth it. So anyway, that's Holy Fire Paladin Dclone Farmer. Yeah.